Morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss certain MCQ on Indian polity, and it is very important to know the constitution of our country. So, without any late, let's start. The first question is the Constitution of India was framed by. The options are Planning Commission, Constituent Assembly, Working Committee, and the option D, President. Firstly, the recommendation for the formation of constitution was given under Cabinet Mission Plan in 1946, and the first meeting of Constituent Assembly on 9 December 1946 described the formation of the constitution. So the correct option to this question is Constituent Assembly option B. This constitution takes 2 year 11 month 18 days to frame the whole Indian constitution, and under which the drafting committee, which was headed by the B.R. Ambedkar, was created. The idea to make the constitution or to have the constitution was given by M.N. Roy in 1934, and this is very important statement and was frequently asked in the examination. It is who gave the idea to have the constitution. That is M.N. Roy. And the Constitution Day was celebrated on 26th of November 1949. On this day, the Constitution was in its final touch, that is, the Constitution was made but does not come into act. So, it comes into act on 26th of January 1950 on the Republic Day. So, the correct option to this question is option B, that is Constituent Assembly. Let's go to the next question. The original Constitution of India was published at, and the options are Delhi, Srinagar, Dehradun, and Simla. The correct answer to this question is option C, Dehradun. And the person who wrote the Constitution or the provision in the Constitution was Prem Bihari Narayan Raijada. And just for the fact, the original Constitution book was under the case of a helium and it was protected. So the correct option is option C, Dehradun. Let's go to the next question. Anti-defection law is given in which schedule of the Indian Constitution? And the options are second schedule, fourth schedule, 10th schedule, and third schedule. It's my request all of you to have a notebook and write it down all the discussion what we have in this lecture. Okay, because I'm not comfortable as of now to write on the screen. So please have the notebook and write the discussion. So first of all, what is anti-defection law? So under this law, the member of the parliament is demolished or is taken away their membership from the parliament. For example, let's take a three-person and the two-person have the interaction between each other. That is, the one person gave money to the other person to change his party and come into his party, and the third person, which is above of both of them, is watching the case, and he is the deciding member or the deciding party who decides the disqualification of the respective member. And in case of Lok Sabha, the deciding party is the speaker, and in case of a Rajya Sabha, the deciding party is the chairman, which is the vice president, ex officio of the Rajya Sabha. Here, this anti-defection law comes under 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1955 in 10th schedule. So the correct option to this question is option C, 10th schedule. Now, the disqualification can be done in two ways. The first one is anti-defection that we discussed right now, and the second one is qualification, which does not match the required condition. And what are all those required conditions? Necessary required condition are the person should not be unsound and the person should not be bankrupt, should be well qualified. And in this case, the president, with the advice of the election commissioner, revoked the candidature on the basis that the person would not define the qualification. So the correct option to this question is option C, 10th schedule. Let's discuss other option also. The second schedule is describe the salary, and the third schedule says about the oath and affirmation, and the fourth schedule says the seat in the Rajya Sabha. So the next question is, which of the following attributes in the preamble states that no one should treat a fellow citizen as inferior? First of all, let's look at the preamble of Indian Constitution, and it's my request to go through the preamble at once and understand all those attributes given in the preamble. So, what is preamble? Preamble is the introductory part to the Constitution, which is borrowed from the USA and which describe the four ideals. That is justice, which means the Indian citizen have the right to go for a rule of court for any injustice happen. The second one is liberty, which means the Indian citizen have the freedom of speech or freedom of expression, belief, faith, and worship. The third one is equality, which says that no citizen of India should be discriminated on the basis of sex, caste, religion, and should be provided equal status and should be given equal opportunity on the services in states as well as in the center. And the fourth one, which is fraternity, which is the answer to our question, which means that there should be a unity among the citizens, make brotherhood, and maintain the dignity to each other. This primer was taken from a USA, and this fraternity word was taken from the French Constitution. So the right option to this question is option D, fraternity. Let's go to the next question. Which of the following has the power to form a new state or to change the borders of the states? The options are President, Parliament, Election Commission, and none of these. The correct option to this question is option B, Parliament. The Parliament have the power to form the new state from the existing state or to change the borders or boundary of the state from the existing state. As the aspiration states in which the certain community of people demand to have a new state, and after the bill passed by the members in the parliament, the new states or the change in the boundary took place. So for instance, the Telangana, which is which is formed from the Andhra Pradesh on 2nd of June 2014 under Article 3. This formation of a new state or change of a boundary comes under Article 3. So the correct option is option B, Parliament. Let's go to the next question. Which constitutional amendment demolished right to property as fundamental rights? The options are 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, 44th Constitutional Amendment Act, 76th Constitutional Amendment Act, and none of these. First of all, what is fundamental right? Fundamental rights are the right given to the citizen of India. It was borrowed from the USA and comes under Part 3, under which the Article 12 to 35. Now we have six fundamental rights. Earlier we have seven fundamental rights. It is right to property, which was revoked in 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978, which is the answer to this question. That is option B, 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. And this right to property changes to a legal right. Now discuss other option. The 42nd Amendment, Constitutional Amendment Act 1976, which is also referred as a mini constitution, which comes under Indira Gandhi government during the imposition of national emergency. And 76th Constitutional Amendment Act, which comes under 1994, under which the Tamil Nadu's backward classes, scheduled class, scheduled tribe will have the reserved seat in educational institution and appointment in the services under the state. So the correct option to this question is option B. Let's go to the next question. Which of this is not a writ? So what is writ? Writ comes under Article 32 under fundamental rights. There are five writs in our Indian Constitution. The first one is habeas corpus, which means to have the body. That is, any person who is detained by any police official should be presented before the magistrate before 24 hours, and the person have the right to ask for a lawyer or to avail the lawyer. Second one, the mandamus, which which means that any official who takes away your rights or not doing his job or properly, that you can file the writ on this basis. The options, the another one is prohibition, which gave power to the Supreme Court to takes away the ongoing case from the High Court, which does not come under High Court jurisdiction. And the another one is certiorari, which also gave power to the Supreme Court to change the decision which is given by the High Court on the certain cases. So these are the rate, and the correct option to this question is option D, injunction, which is not a rate. And this and the Raj, Bhimrao Ambedkar referred these constitutional remedies as the heart and soul of the constitution. And this statement becomes very important as this was very frequently asked in the competitive exam as well as in the defense exam. So let's go to the next question. When were the fundamental duties inserted in Indian constitution? And the options are 1971, 1972, 1975 and 1976. The correct, like we have the fundamental rights, likewise we also have the duties to do, which comes under fundamental duties under 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1972. It was borrowed from the Russia and under the recommendation of Soren Singh Committee. Earlier we have 10 fundamental rights, but after 86 Constitutional Amendment Act 2012, the 11th fundamental right is added, which says that it's a duty of parent to give necessary education to the children under the age group between 6 to 14 years. So the correct answer to this question is option B, 1972. So that's all for the today's lecture. Keep supporting us and our initiative. Any discussion about the lecture, please comment. And for the PDF, go to our Telegram channel. Thank you.